Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Psycho, and I've got another Walking Dead video for you all today. This one is actually going to be over the latest Walking Dead Season 7 sneak peek that was shown on the Talking Dead special this past Sunday night. Now, if you haven't seen this sneak peek yet, but you would like to see it, I'll make sure and link it down in the description of this video to a YouTube video, and also to a Twitter video, just in case that video gets copyright striked. And it's basically just a 51-second sneak peek that completely focuses on the character known as Dwight. Now, I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I watched this sneak peek for the first time and was not impressed whatsoever. I thought, why in the world are they showing us this? We saw pretty much almost all of this in the Season 7 trailer. And then I happened to watch it one more time, and that's when I realized what the big deal was about this sneak peek. As you can see from the image I already have on the screen, as Dwight starts to bend over to take care of one of the zombies, possibly curb stomp one of them, you see that he actually has Daryls Vest on. Now, one could have guessed this from the start of this sneak peek, however it is actually confirmed when he bends over and you see the angel wings. I personally like the fact that they didn't really try and highlight this, they just showed it and let you guys figure it out. Now, I don't completely know about Talking Dead, but I am assuming that they pointed that out after the sneak peek was shown. But for people like me that didn't get a chance to see Talking Dead, because I was watching Sausage Party at the theaters, yeah, a review's coming soon for that. But it's actually kind of cool because you get to figure this out on your own, instead of them just saying, oh yeah, did you notice he was wearing Daryls Vest? Now, I know it's not a huge secret, it was right in front of your eyes, but sometimes you tend to look over things like that. Now that I've talked about what we saw, I want to talk about what this could possibly mean for the future. In all honesty, of my opinion, I do not think that this means Daryl is going to die by Negan. Personally, if anything, this should be a very good sign for Daryl Dixon fans. Now, I know a few of you may be confused about this, but what my point is usually with The Walking Dead, they don't want something to be expected. For example, let's look at the past character deaths in the show. There might have been a few hints here and there through the story and characters, but it was never really a big character death hint that made you say, well shit, they kind of hinted that a few months ago, so this isn't very surprising. If you notice that in a story, you rarely ever get that. I'm trying to make Daryl Dixon fans feel a little better about this right now, but what I'm basically trying to say is, they've been jumping hoops to try and keep Negan's victim a secret. So do you really think that they would hint at it with a sneak peek that was shown on a Talking Dead special? I mean, this is pretty much a complete obvious hint. They like to play around with the fans on some of the fan favorites like Daryl Dixon because they know he attracts a lot of audience, therefore you put him in a little bit of danger and you start to get Daryl Dixon fans really engaged in the show. My point is this, with this newest hint at Daryl Dixon being in trouble, I personally think the fact that they hint that Daryl Dixon is in danger to pretty much everyone in the show, I think it means a whole lot more than Daryl Dixon is in danger. I actually think he's not in danger with Negan, and to me it seems like it's a hint that he's going to last a lot longer on the show. Like I said, they wouldn't make this so obvious if he was actually Negan's victim. They've been trying to keep the victim low-key and go after other spoiler sources, that way it won't be released. So I don't really think they would do this in a sneak peek. Now, the reason why I think he could be safe in the future for a while is pretty much due to the fact of Negan's kill. As long as they have this one big impactful death, they could pretty much run with the rest of the season without killing another important character. I honestly don't think people would complain that much, just because even last season we didn't even get a character that we really loved die. It was only Denise, and of course she was likable, but she wasn't one of our main people. So you could say they didn't even kill someone important last season, so the fact that they're already going to kill someone important this season, they could run with the rest of the season without having to kill anybody important. That's why I think Daryl Dixon could be safe, because as we know, he kind of is AMC's cash cow. He makes the TV money, he makes the merchandise money, he makes a lot of money for AMC due to his decent fan base. Just the fact that they've been possibly hinting at his death, I actually think that is kind of proof that he won't die soon, because if a major character like Daryl Dixon is to die, they want that to be unexpected. If it's expected, it loses a lot of shock value and impact. Hopefully you guys get the gist of what I'm trying to say. I'm basically saying, due to the fact that they're hinting at this possibility of him dying, I think it actually means the opposite of that, because it would lose a lot of impact if it was pointed at him as the Lucille victim. I also think it hints at him lasting a lot longer on the show due to some of that reasoning, at least for a decent amount of time within this season. I personally love the fact that Dwight has Daryls Vest and he has his crossbow. I like the fact that they're stepping on Daryl Dixon fans, in which they're not afraid to give too much fan service to where Daryl gets his crossbow, he gets all of those iconic things and they can't be taken away from him. When Daryl actually got his crossbow back from Dwight, I was kind of aggravated because I wanted Dwight to be that enemy for Daryl Dixon. I wanted people to kind of hate Dwight because he has Daryl Dixon's crossbow, because of what he did to Daryl Dixon. So the fact of creating Dwight as that #1 enemy for Daryl, you take his iconic stuff and you put it on the guy that everyone hates. I just personally like that because it steps on some toes and it gets people worked up. Anyways, I know I rambled on a little bit, but this is pretty much my analysis and some discussion of this little sneak peek that they had in Talking Dead. At first I wasn't very impressed, and that was when I realized the vest was on Dwight, and then I was kind of satisfied. Although I do wish we would have gotten a second sneak peek of a scene we have not seen in the Season 7 trailer whatsoever. However, I am satisfied with this, and thought it was pretty cool they did a Talking Dead on it. But thank you guys so much for watching, I really appreciate it. Please make sure to leave a like on this video if you did enjoy it, and also want to see future Walking Dead videos. It really helps out an absolute ton, and it supports the channel. Thank you guys once again for watching. Peace out.